So Christmas has come early this year. So this is from Samuel Bastable. It's got Davros in his picture there. So when me and my Daleks take over the universe, I'll be sure to spare you. But update, we got another video, and the other one is a banger. So, I was kind of just going through it just to kind of have an idea of what he's talking about. Um, I'm just clearing the air and setting the record straight on what happened in mid 2021. Nothing happened between me and Barbara in 2021. I also feel very tired of too many of all of you not comprehending that I was and am innocent. I was released because they found and proven I was found and proven innocent despite it taking so long. I know my reputation has okay. I know my reputation has been dragged through the worst of mud, muck, and various fluids by the Oh God, you mean like your No, never mind. I'm not. No, John, don't go there. Do not go there. We're not talking about vaginal fluids. I just did. So you know what? Whatever. Whatever. Um, Misconceptions and mislabels from the darkest and toxic sinners online. The minority level detail is absolutely no reason for anyone to get involved with me in social situations online on social media and so on. Blah blah blah. I do not. I, no, I can't. I can't. I'm not reading it. If you want to read it, you can go to the video. But
Hey everyone, Jesus Christy Western Charisology Prime here, and right now I'm going to set the record straight. So just so y'all know, straightforward and blunt, to the point. The reason I went to jail, the charge I was charged with, I was innocent. There never, ever, 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 ever was any sense between Barbara and I, period. I was innocent. I have a few bullet points to go through anyway. Shoot, I mean, where did we go to end up here? So obviously,
Chris, 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 I'm not your lawyer, and because he's been proven innocent, um, it really probably doesn't matter at this point what he says because they really can't do much about it now. But Chris, please, for the love of Lucifer, do not just shut up. Do not say anything. All right? Just don't. It's like every time you wrote a letter to someone, it was like, oh yeah, I never did anything. Then it was, oh, well, yeah, I did, but she started it. She wanted it. And then it was, oh, it was just cuddling and I was realigning her chakras and or every time he wrote a letter, it just made him look worse. And now, and this was something I think we all knew was going to happen once he got out. He doesn't have to write it in texts anymore or letters. He can say all this stupid crap now on video. We now have videos of all these are basically the real life letters being shown here now, where he's going to say like the same crap that he was saying in the letters, and it's just going to incriminate him. And it's nothing we can do now. He's already been let out and proven innocent.
times of abuse, even though there was love and caring in there and throughout. On the good side, but obviously she failed. Just like I foreknew in all her chopped and screwed up recordings. Yeah, the boy.
So here he's going to be talking about Isabella.
The terrorizing and all that, they really fucked me up. I feel so. Just enough said right there. But hey, you're never gonna make me commit suicide, period. And that was the intention that Bella had in all her chopped and screwed up recordings with all the attention and manipulating me into that. But hey, I foreknew she was gonna do that. I tested her. At the time, I treated her like, just as a friend, try to get her to be on the good side. But obviously she failed. Just like I foreknew the relationship between Dylan and Taylor, that was not gonna last. He abused her. I gave her support on that live stream when I went on there. Just support and kindness, because I appreciated her as an artist and an individual, which was more than I could say for Dylan at the time. But yeah, Bella was gonna actually record me and Fifi having done something at the hotel had I actually made it to BabsCon before.
Okay, so seems like there's a lot to unpack there, but so basically the conversation between him and Isabella on the phone, that or online or whatever that they had, where he basically admits that he had sex with Barb, and she's like, "Oh wow, so is that something you guys had planned, or who made the first move?" And blah, and he's saying, uh, I knew she was going to do it. I foresaw that. So I was testing her. Chris, again, I'm not your lawyer, but I'm going to give you a little nugget of advice, a little free nugget of wisdom. Shut the fuck up. Just, please, just stop. You're only making yourself look worse, because this is all the crap he was writing in, like, the letters, but he's just repeating it now. Just shut up, Chris. Just go make videos about stupid crap. You don't need to be like, oh, F all the haters, and you guys are dumb old trolls, and all the toxics, and I never, ever, 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 ever had sex with Bar. Just stop. Just make your stupid videos and just go on with your life. I don't know why you feel the need to sit here and try to convince everyone of something we pretty much know you did. And you can say, well, there's no proof. Sure. That's still up for debate if you want to debate that. But I was testing. Are you sure about that? And then Fifi is Fiona. Fiona was probably the best ending. But nope. Chris didn't want to be with her because she had autism. And he doesn't like other girls with autism. Despite the fact that he is categorized as a high functioning autistic. He doesn't like people with autism. And even though she was kind and sweet, and if you see her, she's very pretty, he didn't want to be with her. There she is, wanting to be with him, wanting to have his children, which blows my fucking mind. The perfect ending for this guy. He wanted a girlfriend, a boyfriend-free girl, one who would give him all the sex he wanted, and this and that. And he's like, no, sorry, you have autism. But they were supposed to go to this convention, and Isabella was like, "Oh yeah, I'll record you guys having sex in the hotel room." But he never got to go. Honestly, it's probably good for Fiona because she had already been through enough, and that was like the last thing he need, because we know that we put up online, and the last thing she needs is her being dragged through whatever because she decided to do this, and now it's up there for everyone to see. She didn't need that. She's a nice, good person, doesn't need it. Because if Isabella's the one recording, it would have gone up. So
unfortunately, that didn't quite happen. She one way or another, she would have got me into jail or tried to get me to commit suicide on the whole different day. But hey, she failed. She didn't do that. I took the initiative in my own hands, so I let divine intervention and timing and everything just let me go to jail, spend my time suffering and spending the time for your sins, you fucking toxic ones.
I just had an epiphany. I've just had a moment of clarity that we are truly in the presence of a goddess. The way Chris talks, the eloquence of his words, they're not even, it's like poetry. Shakespeare who? Shakespeare could only wish to be half as good as this goddess we see before. And this is just a video. And we are feeling this radiance that we can never hope to achieve. Imagine being in the presence, the actual presence of this divine being. Some of you, it's called sarcasm for people who don't understand it. You support him, John? There's always gotta be one.
And I meditated and learned everything. I am Jesus Christ reincarnated. I am the one avatar of all existence. And I'm going to see that there is nothing but good and righteousness and light-powered individuals and encouraging all the neutrals to be good. Period. Just like I'm trying to do in this video and statement right now, setting the record straight. But I was proven innocent. And they couldn't place me anywhere, which is why they kept me in jail for so long, because they didn't know what to do with me. They didn't know.
Because you're prone to violent outbursts, Chris. They didn't need you, one, hurting anyone, and two, fucking anyone's mom. So they had to like keep you isolated and secluded because they didn't trust you.
Do it. Somebody was freaking autistic that you weren't putting your words in. Ish. They didn't know what to do. They just kept me in jail. They didn't know where to place me. But fortunately, they did know where to place me eventually. So that happened. I'm safe and doing better. Okay.
You worried about rising fuel costs?
Okay? But to end this on a more positive note, so the girl y'all had seen me with in the past few weeks, I'll tell you a little something about her. She's a friend of mine, and I refer to her only as Flutter, because she likes Fluttershy, okay? I met her in Lynchburg. She got in touch with me while I was in jail. And we managed to meet. We managed to bond and connect with each other as friends. And she is literally 30 years old despite her physicality.
I had to unmute myself. So what he's talking about, this young woman right here who he says she's 30, which okay, but she looks like she's 12. And I pray to Satan that she is in fact 30 years old. I mean, given the fact that everyone knows that Chris is like 40, and if he is still living in that same area, I don't think they would be letting like someone that young be around him. So maybe she is just a 30-year-old who is just very youthful. There's a shot of him. You can see how small she is. So there's Chris. And you could see that Chris isn't that tall, but she only goes up to his shoulder. So she's very tiny. But this is the girl that he's referring to as Flutter. people are calling her like Megan 2.0. You know, he's like wrapping his arm around her, trying to kiss her, and this and that, just like he did with Megan. Um, you know, if you remember, Megan was just very uncomfortable. Chris, she told him so many times, "Stop it, stop it." You know, he's drawing, seeing pictures of them, and you know, Megan was also a great part of Chris's life, which he had to ruin. You know, it's he has these great things in his life, these great people in his life, and he destroys it because he's like, oh, she's a girl, so I can get touchy feely. Megan told him numerous times that she was uncomfortable, and you can kind of, I mean, I don't know what it kind of looks like. She's kind of like got one hand like that, you know, like there, and she's kind of like this, you know, kind of like got her, you know, her hand like kind of like this and like this. Um, but because it looks like there's her nose right there. There's her hair. So kind of looks like she's kind of like this, like she's got a phone or looking down or something. But he's got an arm. And he's like, eh. But if you remember the picture of him and Megan, you know, same thing. He had his arm around her, and she was like, please kill me. But see, that's what she. It's very blurry, but you can kind of see she's very small, very petite. Um, but when you see her like this, she does look like she would be around 20, 30. And she doesn't look nearly as youthful as she does right there. Because here she looks like a freaking 12-year-old, which is creepy as hell. Um, but that's who he's referring to. Um, Megan 2.0. But let's finish this up.
But anyway, just pretty much straightforward right there, letting you know about that. And I just feel like I just need to say all that, clear the air. There is nothing wrong with being associated with me, period. I am sick and tired of being blocked by anyone, including and especially by those of whom I appreciate. And I do have friends that do have great appreciation of me, which more than I can say than some. I mean, you all, even Megan Schroeder, had your chance to actually be kind and compassionate and friends with me for a longer run. Because that's enough said right there. I just felt like I need to get that off.
Wow. Anyone else feel like it's like listening to Biden? Just run off and nothing he says makes any sense. There's like these long pauses. Next, he'll be, you know, calling people lying dog-faced pony soldiers or something. I don't know. While he's sucking down an ice cream. His favorite ice cream, chocolate chip. Um God. Chris. Chris, 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 please. You gotta give us something to work with, dude. Please. Just go back to making videos of you singing your songs or you know, sitting there in your chair. Captain's log, you know, that just go back to doing that. Because I have a feeling that he's going to do more of these videos where I'm clearing the air, or, you know, the last one was, oh, you trolls and blah, 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 and, you know, singing stupid songs to the music of like Pokemon songs, and that I don't think this is what you should be doing with your online privileges right now, Chris. Go back to making the crap that you were making before. Just stop. Just stop. Again, I'm not your lawyer, but from a legal perspective, just shut the fuck up. Stop making yourself look worse, because that's what you're doing. And this young lady right here, he's like, so your mom's still alive? John, you naughty. I know. Isn't that the one reason why you guys watch me? Because I say that kind of crap. I don't have a filter. But so Chris is clearing the air. He never had sex with Barb. They just cuddled, and he was cleansing and realigning her chakra and auras, and that's what he wishes to do with this young lady right here. He doesn't want to stick his dick in her. He just wants to realign her chakra by sticking his dick in her. I think Chris is like one of those people who, if they have sex with someone, he'll be like, does it hurt? Did I hurt you? It's like, no. Did I hurt you? No. As they sit there with a straight face. No. But hopefully this is just a friend, and, you know, he's not going down the route of Megan and just like being touchy-feely with her, because even her sitting here, she doesn't look very comfortable. But hey, that's just a theory. Chris Chan theory. Thanks for watching. Now, anyway, that's gonna do it for me. You guys know the drill. I'll see you guys later. Bye, guys.